Just going to do a small video. This is a 2005 Mercedes Sprinter van driver's side panel replacement. The old one was totally rusted out, so bought a new one for around about £85 from Euro Car Parts with a discount code, and I'm just going to give it a scotchy up, a clean up, degrease, and coat of what I believe it's Arctic White, but I'll have to double check that once I get the paint out the can. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I've scotched the inside and the outside. Just gonna, I've obviously pre-scotched it. I don't want to video the whole process, but all you're basically doing is just agitating the surface, because these panels come pre-primed. You can go over it if you wanted to with an epoxy or pre-primer that you can then afterwards go straight in with the top coat after about half an hour, but you don't, it's not really necessary. You can go straight in with the colour on this. Obviously make sure you get all the nooks and crannies, all of the tight spots right in those crevices, because the last thing you want is, once you've sprayed it, having to sand it back down later, a few months down the line, because it's bubbled or the paint's separated from the unprepped areas. So a good go over with the scotchy. You can do it wet or dry. It doesn't really matter, because you're going to be putting a high solids top coat on, 2K, which is totally adequate and lasts you a good few years. Okay, so I'm now going to blow it off, just get rid of all of the heavy particles from the Scotch pad. Again, just getting all of the nooks and crannies just to get all the loose bits out. That's a stupid video. It's not a very professional setup, so just gives you a rough guide. Okay. Next stage is I'm going to degrease it again. Give it a good degrease prior to hanging it up and spraying. Okay, so this is a panel wipe that we use. You can buy it pretty cheap. I don't think it's about £20, £25 for £25 for a can. And you just go through, give it a good degrease up, just to get rid of any fingerprints. You know, obviously the grease that comes from your fingers, and any other foreign bodies that are on it, just to keep it clean, so that when you spray you don't have any separation of paint, because paint doesn't like silicone, doesn't like any form of grease at all. Okay, so this is obviously the side that shows outside the vehicle, the van. Just giving that a quick degrease as well. I mean, you can go totally overboard, and what you would normally do with this degreaser is flood it on there, but have a second hand cloth to wipe off the excess. But I'll be honest with you, you know, if it was a top of the range vehicle, then obviously it would be a different kettle of fish. Where it's just a van, my old banger of a van, I don't want to spend too long on it. As long as I get the prep clean, as long as it's degreased and as long as I blow it off and tack it off as I would a nice vehicle, that's good enough for me. That's ready to hang up. Okay, so degreased, I've hung it up. Okay, it's not best. I mean, you've got to make use of what you got. Some workshops got all the gear. We've got what we need. So I hung it up. I mean, obviously it's best if you can keep it level to how it would be on the vehicle. For me, I just want to get it sprayed and get it drying. So I've hung it. That's good enough for me. So I'm just going to tack it off with obviously one of these tack rags. It's best to unfold it. You know, each to their own. Some people unfold it all the way and make it a little bit fluffier, so you don't have any transfer of oil from the tack rag itself. I'm just going to give it I'll open it up. I probably won't video myself tacking it as such because obviously I can't do two things at once. So I'll just tack it off and then I'll move to the next process, which is put the first coat on. Okay, so it's now ready for a first coat. I'm going to start off with all of the really awkward bits, like right in the corner there. It's going to be a little bit of a slow process, but I really want to get it right to those corners as much as I can, because obviously, the more you do now, the more you can put on, the more protected the panel is from the elements. So bear with me. I'm going to try and get all the inside bits done first, so it may seem as if it's a bit slow to start with. These are obviously all the bits that go on the inside of the engine bay, bits that you don't really see, but they've still got to look good. And then I'll work my way around the outside onto the grill and over the top here. It'd probably be best for me just to leave the phone static, standing in the background. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, obviously you'll have to excuse the background noise. I've got the fan going, I've got the heat blowing outside. So I'll put the first, what we call a tack coat on. It's a very light coat. It's just really there for a safety coat. If you put it on too heavy the first time, you could have, you could still have contaminants in there. And so I'll put it on lightly, very, very light dust coat just to seal. I'll leave that 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, you can round it off to 10. Temperature I've got on here is around about 23. It's quite a nice temperature to spray at. And I'll come back in a few minutes. Obviously I've got my PPE, full face mask, gloves, suit. You can actually wear whatever you like. I mean, I choose it because it's a lot safer for me. The older you get, the more conscious you get about it. When you're youngsters, you seem to, I don't know, maybe you're not bothered, I don't know. But I always wear it. Okay, so I'll leave that another 5 minutes and then I'll put the second coat on. I'll probably put more coats on the inside if I can, so that it just really gets enough of the coats on there. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so that's the second coat on. I'm going to go 3 coats on. You know, there's no harm in going an extra coat. I mean, majority of the time people would put a guide coat on, a dust coat, mist coat, whatever you want to call it, and 2 full coats. So I'm going to, you know, keep to that usual amount. People will call it 3 coats. I'll call it a dust coat and 2 full coats. So, and that should be ample. So I'm going to leave that for another 5 minutes, and then I'll go straight in with another full coat. Okay, so that's the final coat. Gonna let it bake off. Gonna put it in the oven at 60 degrees for about an hour. I'm gonna shoot off for a little bit. I'll come back, and that's the job done really. Obviously I've got to fit it now. I may do a video for the fitting because I didn't seem to see anything on YouTube regarding to refitting these panels. So I don't know. I guess the old saying is stay tuned.